Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the program. Give me one sec. That's better and nice and look at this already. Morning. Bill says $10. Morning, RJ. Here's a little bit for the emergency fund. It is an emergency, but the emergency is that we're having fun. Bill, thank you. That's so sweet and such a fresh way to start the morning in these dire times. I hope everyone's hunkering down and hankering down. I have a hankering to hunker in the bunker. We're all in social isolation, yet we're realizing through technology. That's why technology is so wonderful and beautiful. Bill, to you. Jinjin B says good morning. Jessamine Duke says, well, hello, people. It's very cowboyish of you. Howdy, folks. Aaron says morning all. Nelson, New York says good morning. Jonathan Santos, who you remember sent me the coffee last week. He said, good morning, fellow citizens, and especially good morning to our caffeinated captain. I'm really a modern day Captain Kangaroo, except without the bowl cut. At what age do you stop having a bowl cut? James says morning, RJ. Maria says, hi, RJ, from Maria and Eric in Buffalo, New York. I'm sure Buffalo is lovely right now. Are the streets empty? This is what I want to know. Who's out there? Who's doing what? Because some places things are extraordinarily busy, and then other places they're dire and dead because everyone's home. Heel Bradley says, hello, RJ. Mitchell says, ahoy, hoy. I'll take the second one. Nelson New York said, hope everyone is safe and well. Erica says, good morning from me and all four of my dogs. It would be really weird if it was just three of them and the other one was like very mean and very rude and said, I don't want to say good morning. Pantelis Grandma said, morning all. Hope everyone's doing fine. Rob Veet says, good morning. Rye says, good morning. Bill said, hope everyone has stocked up on toilet paper and left a little for others. This toilet paper thing, I don't know why everyone's all worried about it. First of all, there does not seem to be a shortage, nor does this disease cause you tremendous diarrhea. Also, if you had a toilet paper, just hop in the shower. You know what I mean? Courtney Summers with a lovely blue color, teal, says, good morning, RJ. You're looking like a ray of sunshine this morning, and I feel like one because of you. Fine, dear lady. Thank you. Maria said, the streets are empty, and we are making our own buffalo wings at home. She's making buffalo wings in Buffalo because you have to be a stereotype. Good morning, sweetheart, says Angel. Hope you're doing okay. Looking wonderful as always. Nielsen, New York said, how are you, RJ? How is the schedule looking? The schedule is looking pretty canceled. The only shows that haven't been canceled are ones that are far enough away that people are assumed that this will pass. But as they get closer, more and more things are canceling. This morning, really, I was supposed to be doing this live from Austin, Texas, South by Southwest. I was going for the premiere of a little film called You Cannot Kill David Arquette, which, as time will tell, will turn out to be not true. And then after the film, we were all going to wrestle. It was supposed to be me and David Arquette against Effie and Joey Ryan at the after party. So I'm very upset that didn't happen, but this is happening. We must look to the present, look to the now. Mitchell Wood said, will we see any more Cynical Crafter? Probably not, because CBC doesn't want to pay for it. So you can tweet them or email them directly and get them to explain that to you. Clarence said, hi, RJ. I need your help, buddy. Next month, would you mind taking a special episode of your show as a tribute for my upcoming birthday on April 17th? Gee, Clarence, that's a lot to ask for. I'll wear my favorite briefs to be surprised. Well, now I'll think about it. Dan Fiddler says, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on the station of your rotation. Harry says, hi, RJ, what's up? Joe Brony says, good morning, dude. Heel Bradley says, my small town had little activity yesterday other than grocery store. Everybody's like, don't go out. Don't go to the restaurants. Keep your distance from people. But let's all pile into a grocery store and line up and cough on each other's backs. Kiana said, oh, I got to drag CBC? Bet. Please. They're good people. They're just misguided. Nils New York said, that match has to happen, rearrange, not cancel. Small blessings you didn't have to see. So Karia Ward says, good morning. And I say good morning to you, Sakaria, because today I'm making the coffee you sent me, which is so incredibly sweet of you. It's Forte coffee. This is the Forte blend. All the way from Michigan. It's very sweet of you. The notes are medium body, rich flavor, overtones of chocolate. Usually they're just undertones, fruit, and hints of citrus, which is so sweet. Maria sent a $9.99, which is very commercial of her, and she sent an emoji of a pear, a super pear. Yeah. We should come up with that yourself. What are you trying to say with that emoji? Other than that you're a kind, sweet person. Thank you, Maria. That's so sweet. So we just said, hi, RJ, glad you see spirits despite all the cancellations. Bill said, any plans while everything's canceled? Yes, I'm making this coffee. And I'm going to read this fine letter that Sokaria sent me. She writes in italics. You ever see people who do that? And you're like, what? How are you sitting? My dearest RJ, that would be me. Please find enclosed a small token of my gratitude. I know absolutely nothing about coffee other than what I have learned from watching you make and drink the stuff in your skivvies. Speaking of, I didn't even do that. Here we are. They're navy blue. They're simple and fun, but I'll deal with them. They're fun things. I can live like that. Let me talk quick because the water's going. The young lady behind the counter assured me that you would love this blend. Although I'm sure she just wanted to make a sale. If it tastes like mud that was mixed with polluted rainwater, please feel free to re-gift this coffee to your worst enemy because heal. Kimura Lock wishes and camel clutch dreams. Sokaria, thank you, dear. It's very sweet of you, and I'm excited to dig in. It does smell delightful. I'm excited for the overtones. Usually I'm an undertones man, but we're getting under the overtones today. Nails New York said, do you have a P.O. box for people that send you things? Yes, I do. Send me a message, and I will send it to you. Oh, wow. This is weird looking. Can we get a shot of this? Almost looks like, but I may be poisoned. We don't know. We'll give it a shot. Angel said, will you be doing more coffee with RJ to fill our time? We need something, and you can be the saving grace. I think, oh, hold on. Let's get this going because the water's going, and this is very important. There we are. I just don't want to miss the boil. See, it's very light. I'm interested. 1, 2. It certainly smells like coffee. 3, 4, and give it a little of the old razzle dazzle. There. Usually, I feel like these bags don't seal well enough after you first open them. So that's why I like to put them in the vacuum sealed jar, that kind of thing. Here we go. And we're back. Maria's explaining her emoji. She said, I just like the combination of a headband and a cape. The pair was really secondary. It was also just pre-selected for me at $9.99. Well, that's sweet of you nonetheless. And every time I look at you, I'll think of a pair with a headband on. Nails New York says, so fancy. I love the letter. Good morning, RJ. Hope you're washing your hands. Jasmine says, what a beautiful reading. Thank you. I went to various schools. Ty said, don't spill it everywhere again today, which is what I did last time. I pressed too hard. Or do whatever you want to do. That's right, Ty. Don't tell me what to do. Angel said, how can we send you things? Send me a DM, and I'll send you the address. I don't want to just post it live. It's weird. Nails New York said, RJ, what can we do to support you while everything sucks? Well, there's a cash button down there. No, enjoy watching. Don't be weird. Have you got anything to plug? Merch and YouTube? Well, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't have to plug my YouTube while you're on my YouTube. I would hope. If you're like, where can I find more of this guy? Then I don't know how to help you. Sure. You can get to my Pro Wrestling Tees store. ProWrestlingTees.com/RJ City. I don't want to plug my own plugs on my own show. Just watch stuff. I also, get the advertisers to pay for me. Just put me on autoplay and then leave the room for a couple hours. It'll be great. Maria said, since Broadway is canceled for the foreseeable future, yes, it is. I think everyone should pick a character. There should be groups, and they should record their lines only into the webcam and get an editor to live cut it all together. I think that's a fine idea. Also, I'm upset because as you may have listened to, the sequel of The Phantom of the Opera, Love Never Dies, is a horrible, horrible film, musical. I saw it and I hated it. And it was supposed to be coming to Toronto, but now I think it's going to be either canceled or pushed back because of all of this Faldera, which is very hard for me because I was looking forward to that. Taylor said, I was wondering about this the other day. Do you have a collection of all these coffees people send you, or do you finish them before you open another? Sometimes I mix them. There's nothing wrong with mixing coffees, grounds. Like I'll have the Cafe Bustuelo is an espresso blend from last week, so I may mix it with some of the regular coffee and kind of make my own a menagerie, things like that. But I do finish them. I certainly don't throw them away. It's free coffee. I'm not an idiot. Jessamine Duke said, I've been saying hashtag autoplay RJ for weeks now, and she's been doing it on her channel where she plays fun video games with wrestling gals and dogs and me. I've been on it. Do watch it. It's a lot more technically sound than this program. Bill Alexander said, so any good movies or marathons of shows you would suggest while we huddle in our homes away from society? Well, I think I'm going to try to get through a season of Wings. I'm going to give the first season a shot, and if I like it, I'm going to keep going. Nails New York said, RJ, you could sing show tunes on YouTube for the Broadway fans. Oh, sorry, the water. Hold on, please. Here we are. Let's get this all together. There we go. It's a nice pour. And we're in social isolation, yet we're enjoying the solitude that this brings us. Isn't this nice? This is really, just listen to it. Listen to the isolation and be happy that you're isolated. Say, this is nice, because otherwise I'm just going to be complaining about being around people. Now I can enjoy being fully by myself. And really, I'll tell you, this whole thing is the ultimate excuse. There we go. Let me put this back. It's really the ultimate excuse for every engagement. All my wrestling bookings got canceled. The film festival got canceled, obviously. And it's kind of nice because now I don't have anxiety about them because they're not happening. So Karia said, I'm suddenly very nervous about the quality of our local coffee. So if this coffee sucks, is her fault. She's been a wonderful contributor to the show. She's left many lurid stories about her life and family, and I appreciate all of them. Nicholas said, did he just say Wings? Yeah, I did. I'm a Steven Weber guy. Nils New York said, I've watched Jessamine with you and with Shayna. I don't know anything about games, though. Well, neither do I. Nicholas said, what's in the brown paper bag? Lunch? No, if you're just joining us, this is the coffee that Tokaria Ward got me. Forte coffee, Forte blend. There's overtones of chocolate. I'm very excited. Jessamine does say, it's okay, Nils New York. I don't know anything about the games RJ wants to play usually. Yeah, I like playing good games like Double Dare and Guts and the Family Feud. Aaron said, I got the Love Never Dies Blu-ray, so I can be upset about it in my own home, but I do look forward to the day I can watch the reactions of a theater full of people. This is the thing. Some people like to just see a show. They're so happy to see a show, they don't get out of the house, and they're like, this is just a show. I'm happy to see a show. Nobody wants to see a good show. If it's an accountant that hasn't been out of the house in 3 years, he'll be happy to see some pageantry, and the performances are good. The singers are good. He's not going to get bad singers. Not that these people are going to know the difference. So they do get the full applause. I can't remember if they got the standing ovation last time. I know I haven't been to one regular Phantom that hasn't gotten standing ovation. So we'll see. Rye said, shameless plug in response to Bill's question, the new film Phoenix, Oregon is opening next Friday in theaters, and we are offering a theatrical at-home option to support the theaters. That's a damn fine idea, Rye. Ty said, all the cool kids don't know video games. Yeah, it's not a thing anyone does anymore. Jeff said, can Jessamine Duke be a guest on this show? They have to jump through a lot of red tape. What do you want from me? Message a guy named Paul. Michelle said, good morning, everyone. So glad to be back again. You always help to brighten my mood. Thanks again to my fellow City Lights. In my mind, that's what RJ City fans should be called. I thought we decided on citizens. It made so much sense. Amelia said, stay home and play Monopoly like in the olden days. Yeah, or a pinochle, or if you have a ball and a string and a cup, you could do that one. Or you could hit a stick. You ever see in the old day, did they have that wooden hoop, and they would hit a stick on it, and it would roll down a hill? Those were fun days. They don't have fun like that now. OSFW said, should we grind the beans if we send coffee to you, or do you enjoy doing it yourself? I would suggest, since you don't know how long it takes to send it to me, I would suggest you don't grind the beans, and then I can grind them here. When they're not ground, it's like a shell. It's like keeping it in the shell. And then once they're open, they have kind of a shelf life of maybe like 2 weeks-ish. These are good. These definitely made the cutoff. But if you don't know, I would just don't get the I can grind, and it's less work for you. Heel said, I heard that you tested positive for charisma. Yes, but I don't seem to be giving it to everybody. Dan said, Jessamine Duke, you had better play all the games just to be safe. Okay. Sanchez said, is that light? Is that the light or Greg on Tumbles? No, it's Greg's. I'm losing my mind. It's a fun look though. William Finn says, hey there, morning. Maria said, LND is a legit fever trip. Oh, London. Dear Lord. LND is a legit fever trip, and it's insane to think of how much money put that fever trip on the road. I just realized she's talking about Love Never Dies. She's talking about the Phantom, Love Never Dies. Sorry, she's seen it. I got it now. She's talking about London. Love Never Dies is a legit fever trip, and it's insane to think of how much money put that fever trip on the road. Millions and millions and millions of dollars, and one man saying, no, this is a good idea. Niels in New York said, local wrestling is my show or date night. It was canceled today, of course. So have some phone dates. Erica says, as far as I know, ESW spring breakdown is still happening so far, but I mean, it's not looking so hot. Rob McAllister said, I wish the lesbians from Two Doors Down could join us today, but they are self-isolating. Well, I'm sure they have, YouTube and the internet. They can watch it together, and you guys can watch it over FaceTime. Rob McAllister Bell is a fine young man. And there's a lesbian couple who lives 2 doors down, and they bond over my program. Michelle said, I missed Citizens Chat. My apologies. Dan Fiddler said, are chops still $25? Asking for a friend. Yeah, I will chop myself for $25. Bill Alexander said, so how is becoming a heel working out? Are the fans in the arenas booing you or still cheering you? Well, I'll tell you something. Since I turned heel, all my shows got canceled. That's what a good heel I've been. Glenn said, since you're a heel now, did you really cause this panic with the toilet paper? Yep. I said, what are you, a piece of shit or something? And everyone went, oh my God, I forgot to wipe my ass. Michelle said, I can grind and it's less work for you. That's what he said. Very good, Michelle. Rob said, the #1 trend on Twitter is hashtags things I say when I come. Well, Pornhub is making it free for Italy. Seems to be working. So my contribution to that hashtag is a lady. Jonathan Santos said, RJ's charisma is making the ghost town that is my Bronx train station much more lively. Are you on the train or are you a conductor? Are you riding it? Jessamine Duke said, I chopped myself once for $25, and that explains a lot. Let's get press in here. Let's get this going. Let us enjoy ourselves. We're going to have a fun day. This won't spill like last time. No, it will. Here we go. Just put a little underneath. That's fine. Oh, maybe it won't. Okay, good. Good. So you have taken precautionary measures. It's good to take. This is much smoother this time. I don't know what the hell happened last week. I apologize for that outburst of coffee. Oh, this does smell nice, Zakaria. I must say, I am excited. So far, I have great hopes. I can't wait to be disappointed. Let's let it settle a little bit. Nils New York said, Danhausen did a live video on Twitter and asked who is on his Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And he said, Steve Austin, you, meaning me, Conan O'Brien, and Ethan Page, in that order. Fine. That's the least of his problems. Hausen. Angel said, you deal with David Arquette all the time. You're going to get gray hairs. I can believe it can be super stressful looking after him. Yeah, he messaged me at like 1:30 last night. And then he messaged me again at like 6 o'clock this morning. The man does not sleep for days, and then he'll pass out. I have a wonderful picture of him falling asleep on the floor of the terminal of the Memphis airport. I'm just holding it over his head for now. I'm not going to release it. Jonathan Santos said, waiting for the train to head to work. Look at you getting on the Bronx train. Thank you for your, it's not service, but sticking it to the man by working despite what they say. I appreciate it. Ty said, RJ, your picture is so much clearer today and your sound is great. Did you change anything? Actually, I did. I got a webcam. This is all broadcast on a new separate webcam. So now I'm a real cam guy. If WrestleMania is canceled, do we still point to any signs? Yes, signs of hope and signs of change. Nils New York says, Nils New York said, have you seen the entire documentary? I saw it like earlier in the process, so I haven't seen the final one. I was supposed to see it today. I'm excited-ish. I hate watching myself, so I'm not going to enjoy it, but I will see it. Maria said, could we have some David Arquette merch about his impact on COVID-19? I'll tell you, if there's anyone who I want to socially distance myself from, it's that gentleman. Taylor said, your pecs look huge today. Have you been working out? Maybe it's the cam. All right, let's get to pouring. Let me put this down here. Isn't that the sound of hope and that the world is going to get better? I believe it is. That's nice. All right. Well, let me let it. I'm going to be like, it's too hot. So I'll just hold on a sec. Justin Duke says, Cam boy. No wonder I'm getting so many tips now. It all makes sense. Yes. Yes, it does. Rob McAllister Bell said, did you get a webcam so you can do cam shows in the event of all your shows being canceled? Yes, I'm going to do one from a bathtub and all that. I have an OnlyFans page or many vids, whatever the kids have today that I've been told. Rob said, no, we did this already. The Sledgehammer said, I hope it's not a touchy subject, but what happened to Lewis? Lewis retired, took an early retirement package and is doing very well and actually lives in Wisconsin, helping with the farms, big hand-working kind of stuff. Fast Food Guido said, shelves, toilet paper free. Hope folks find themselves having a fine day on the bidet. Nothing like a warm spritz where you takes the shits. And it's fine. Also, I'm going to throw this out there. You don't even have to go to the bathroom to use a bidet. If you're in the mood for a little stimulation, you just lift the lid and have a little, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? It's almost like, it's like freshening your breath. Think of it like that. Ooh, they should put some drops of peppermint oil in the bidet and really have yourself a good time. Bill said, Rob said, what happened to your thumb? Nothing. I mean, my thumb is fine. Did something happen to my thumb? Do I have messed up thumbs? Thanks for that, Rob. Bill said, so since we are in isolation, do you forego any guests for the time being? Will we still see, or will we see RJ dies? Yeah, I'm not going to have any guests right now. It's probably not the best idea to be close to someone in my underwear, but you never know. Val said, you're not being very heel-like today, but also boo. I can do whatever I want. You just have to boo me, and then I'm a heel. Glenn said, if you had to tag with a Golden Girl, which one? That's a stupid question. I'm teaming with Dorothy. And my two opponents would be Rose and Stan. I hope that counts. She hated Stan. She just gets the hot tag on Stan. This is very good and chocolatey. I can taste the overtones. It is a lot lighter. It's a little different than my normal bitter coffee. It's a breakfast blend. It's light and cheery and airy, and it's nice. Nils New York said, Mania can't get canceled. Stay positive. Yes, it can. There's too many shows around it. Plus, Jessamyn's pal Shayna has her big moment coming. Well, it'll come again in the next few months. Like, it'll get postponed. Nobody's going anywhere for a couple months. If it gets canceled, it gets canceled. What's a better option? 80,000 people come down with the same horrible illness? Ty said, the cam is getting him the money? Oh, I thought it was all because of his face. It's how you highlight it. Hannah said, best public domain songs for quarantine. Nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. I know one could be sweeter than my sweetie when I meet her in the morning. If I had a genie lamp for only a day, I'd make a wish, and here's what I'd say. Nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Michelle said, have you moved away from your Morgantown location? Seems like it's been a while since we've seen you at that location. I'm sticking with Studio B. It's much nicer. Nails in New York said, are you watching any wrestling while staying home? Do I have any recommendations? Do I have any recommendations? Just type in fun wrestling. Actually, go watch me and Gregory Irons death match because there's some death involved. Just type it in. You'll find it. OSFW sent $3, which is adorable, and sent what I believe to be a puppy, a chubby puppy that says my hero. And thank you. And, I had an idea. My grandmother reminded me. So long ago, there was a newspaper strike. And the boys and girls, they could not get their comics, their newspapers. So the mayor of New York, Mayor LaGuardia, who they named LaGuardia Airport after, he got on the radio and he read the comics to the boys and girls so they can still enjoy them. And I thought perhaps in these times of dire need, I could perhaps be the Mayor LaGuardia of the new generation and read you some comics that I found. I hope that's okay. This one, Six Chicks, is called. Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe just close your eyes. These are called Everything's Fine Bagels. See how there's everything bagels with all the seeds and stuff? Well, these are Everything's Fine Bagels. And this one's saying, what? Me complain? And this one's saying, I'm good. And this one says, don't worry about me. And this one says, do I not look fine? Everything's fine bagels. They're bagels and they're talking about everything being fine, you know? They're everything fine bagels. Blue Meanie said, you're the Mayor LaGuardia of my heart. Nails in New York said, oh my God, I love that death match. Thank you. Maria said, we could name a performing arts and wrestling school after you, just like LaGuardia. Or you could just call me LaGuardia. Let's read another one because these are so good. These are great. Oh, it's a Garfield. Let's do a Garfield. Garfield, he's on his phone. He said, click. I think he took a selfie of himself, and then he's hitting send. So he sent it. He sent it to Otis, right? So Otis got the selfie from Garfield, and then he's sending one back. And Otis sent it, but it's just up Otis's tongue because Otis wants to have sex with Garfield. Rob says, I hope RJ reads Kathy. Oh my God. I will if it's in here. Sherman's Lagoon, pros and cons, between friends. Where's Kathy? Zitz. What about Zitz? You know this one. He's got a teenager who always stays the same age. Look, the teen, and there's the father there. He's looking through the fridge, and he's opening a can. He said, wait, what? The teen saying, is today Sunday? Oh man, I have 3 assignments and 60 pages of reading due tomorrow. I love when they make up like fake school things that they need to get done. It feels like Saturday, but the gym shorts, the sweatshirt, wool socks, and sandals scream Sunday afternoon. That was close. Thanks, Dad. Oh, and then the dad says, here's the punchline, the fashion calendar has spoken. Because dads wear weird clothes on Sundays. Jonathan Santos said, if the sitcom The RJ City Show would ever come out, who would you cast as the female lead, and what would be the premise? Oh, well, the female lead would be Courtney Cox, and we would reenact that real-life situation where she made me a bad cappuccino, and I haven't let it go for the rest of my life. Courtney Cox, if you're watching this, you made me a bad cappuccino. I haven't forgotten it, and you're going to need to redeem yourself. Niels in New York said, Garfield takes selfies now? What a time to be alive. Blue Meanie said, Kathy got quarantined. That's for sure. You know what else I can't find here is any Marmaduke. There's no Marmaduke. I tell you, there was this one Marmaduke I saw where they were driving, the family was driving, and Marmaduke was in the back seat, and the window was open. He had his head out the window, and they were driving fast, and the wind going by, and his face, well, you'd have to see it, but his face was excellent. It was great. Nils New York said, wow, that's such a good idea. RJ would be a great agony aunt. Jeff said, will the Blue Meanie ever be a WWF Hall of Famer? I think he should be. I would like to see the BWO go in together as a group. I would like to see the Blue Guy and also maybe the Job Squad. I think you can induct him various ways. Maybe not the Blonde Bitch Project. Let's skip it. Huh, Blue? Can I call you Blue? Pantyless Grandma says, comic pages are huge in the U.S. Ty said, that's definitely a new thing that has to happen each episode now. It's making you laugh too much not to do this again. Yeah, the Sunday funnies. Brian said, Blue Meanie said, man, you don't want to know about Marmaduke. Nails New York said, we are making a hit list. Mark Ruffalo, Chelsea Green, Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox owes me an espresso. Chelsea Green owes me $10. Mark Ruffalo is a disgusting human being. Rob said Blue Dust should be in the Hall of Fame. I totally forgot about that. Now I can't get it out of my head. Fast Food Guido said, if you're anchoring down GTA or Southern Ontario collab with Glenn and Friends Cooking, what? Currently making grub from 1930 Ladies Aid. What? Oh. If you're anchoring down in GTA or Southern Ontario, collab with Glenn and Friends Cooking. They're currently making grub from 1930s Ladies Aid County General Hospital cookbook. Wow, there's a lot of beef involved, I'm sure. Neil said, hey, Blue Meanie, I'll be seeing you at Creative Pro next month if it isn't canceled. Ty said, I don't understand why you hate Mark Ruffalo so much. One day, the world will know, and they will all hate him too. I'm taking a stand for justice. Let's read another. Because they're so good. What about Mutts? The dog and the cat? Mutts. Oh, the cat is in the tree. And the cat is saying, like Cyrano, meaning Cyrano de Bergerac. Your old nice literary reference to start your Sunday morning. Like Cyrano, feed me shum. So, see, I get to read it like this because they write them in weird ways. They talk in weird ways. Like Cyrano, feed me shum lines to help me woo my Schnelly. And the dog says, okay. Oh, Schnelly, let's go feral. Let's open this window and our hearts and let's run away together. And then the cat says, where do you want to go? You would love it if you're a Cyrano de Bergerac fan. You would absolutely love it. Niels New York said, I hate Mark Ruffalo by default now. Rob said, read Agony Ants. Spot Center said, Laverne or Shirley. Laverne. They're a group. You can't do that. Agony Ants. I'm looking for it. You know, for the cartoon pages, they don't have that many. Oh, here's some good. There's Adam at Home. I don't see any Agony Ant. All right, let me just read it. Let me take out this whole page. Look at this. This is how you know I'm becoming an older man, is that I'm getting better at folding newspapers. All right. Pardon My Planet. This one here. The husband's coming home. And the wife said, in case you're wondering, I rearranged the furniture today because you already work so hard and I love you. And then it was the stove, and then the bed, and then the toilet. So she can cook and then sleep and then shit. Here's the Flying McCoys. Here's a tractor trailer thing carrying a bunch of logs. And, a beaver is saying to a taxi, he's getting in a taxi, he's saying, follow that truck, because they took all his wood. This one's good. Bizarro. This is the wonderful scene of that killing Julius Caesar. And instead of saying A2 Brute, he's saying A YouTube Brute. Oh, because he's filming it. I don't know if you see that there. He's filming the stabbing. And YouTube Brutus is what that means in Latin. Rhymes with orange. Cooking today. CozyKitchen.com. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 15 minutes. Scrolling past ads until you get to the recipe time 30 minutes. Isn't that true when you're trying to make a recipe online? And let's read one more. I want to read Family Circus. That one is my favorite because we all have little kids at home and we know exactly what it's like. Family Circus. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. Editor's note. So they're starting off with, okay. Daddy has been unavoidably delayed on an out-of-town trip. 7-year-old Billy fills in with his own explanations for his absence. Dear Thel, please bake me a cake with a you-know-what in it. First time I've ever missed a deadline? Deadline? What am I saying? Fee, fi, fo, fum. You draw us giants to look so dumb. I hope... Oh, see, the kid, because the kid took over for the dad. See, it's very meta, because the dad's the one drawing the cartoons, but the kid in the cartoon is not drawing the cartoons. That's why the first three were so bizarre and random. And then now the mother saying, I'm hoping to be... Is that the dad? No, that's the mother. Good drawing. I hope to be home sometime tomorrow. If the planes are flying, maybe Billy could fill in with some cute drawings about his school. Yeah, and then that process will start all over again. Family Circus, endlessly relatable stuff. Jeff said, my son Jackson asked, have you seen the Sonic movie? I have not. I heard it's fantastic. I will see it. In the meantime, I'm just playing all the old games, and I seem to be very, very content with that. Ty said, because of the new webcam, we could see that. Yes, I hope these comics really come to life, like Mayor LaGuardia made them do oh so long ago. Dan Filler said, I don't drive behind a logging truck. It didn't end well in that one movie, which I believe was Final Destination. Spot Center said, Spike was an underrated and underused character on Happy Days. That's for sure. So was Al Molinaro. Chachi used to say, wah, 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 often directed to attractive girls. Spike was just a badass. And I had kind of a crush on old Pinky Tuscadero, too. Nails in New York said, RJ, after your series of reading wrestling books, how about old wrestling magazine articles? Would be funny for your take on opinions and predictions from years gone by. That's actually a very good idea. I have stacks of them. And my mother used to say, you better hope nobody starts a fire because you will die. Ty said that one movie still scares all of us. You're either talking about Final Destination or Biodome, starring Pauly Shore. Hill Bradley said, I once convinced friends that Family Circus had a Halloween special where they lost one of the kids. Rob said, someone needs to go and sneeze on whoever wrote that last comic. In fact, if you want to get over as a heel, sneeze in front of the fans. And I'll be like, yeah, boo. That would be good and topical. Well, I want to thank Sicaria for sending this wonderful, delightful Forte coffee from the Forte people in St. Joseph, Michigan. And I want to thank St. Joseph, too. Spot Center said, Pinky Tuscadero, leather all day. But Anson Williams said on Sirius Radio that Pinky smelled bad. Well, now I'm taking her off my list. Thanks for that tip, young man. Michelle said, I had a crush on Lemmy. Thank God I was like 11 and that phase passed. I still have a crush on Michael McKean. I've binged a lot of his movies lately. I want to thank the Family Circus people, the Garfield people. They're great. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's get one final look at this whole deal here. Isn't this adorable? Isn't this nice? Be safe, stay inside, wash your hands, and bidet for purpose and for pleasure. Godspeed and God bless.